ñu ngi yaaxa xaalis dafa jeex waaye ni ngor du jeex ba ma nekkee xale benn tey li ma dégg Sidiya di wax benn kaadu aleel bi yéena ko moom mu ngi si jawoo bi mu ngi si ndox bi mu ngi si suuf si anamu kan la njëriñ waaye su dara desul ay ñaar ñetti fan ñu ñëw duga seen ron yi di leen jox ay saaku maalo di leen tegal ay $1000 lum leen njëriñ ñuy dee rek am na ko doon wax waxi baag wi soo toogee Gambia gisuloo dara nga gis 7 days di nga ko fi xaar lii moo tax ndaw yi dem jigéen ñi nañ takka suñ digay góor ñi foole wuñu lu tuuti rek su coono bi ñëwee jigéen ñee dee coono ak xale yi kon buñ nangu kenn disive ñu si kaw si kanam doy jërëjëf.
No, Mandinka. No, what I want to say, Mandinko Yantamoela. Okay. Assalamu alaikum. Ngamobe Kondong. Ndemo Omar Gareleti, former councilor, Bajakunda Ward. Komi na Secretary General ya fo Nyameng. Bi man Congress men kumayata Pdois la tariko kono kabiksi. Lafita mol hakilo bulandela. Pdois la tarikoto. Bring Pdois law de la first parliamentary election 1987. Pdois got 2,000 plus vote. Yole soto. Just 1 year after party ni lota niya jube. Ila first presidential election 1992, 10,000 plus of vote party wole soto. Alinga compare bang 1992 to 2021, 30,000 vote Pdois ye wole soto. Munebe keri nyimbanko kan. Nilta tambitale ye patiolo ye mol karandi sanji fula sabakono ye mo wuli tansoto menga carte faye oto iteni kuma kawo men nata o sahayata sain tolu meltuta nyanta mune tamandila nyimbanko kan patio sulata sacrifice lela wole be dasaring sacrifice be dasaring ne ngato nyafo nyoe nga sile ka foko ngambulo la nyokan nga central committee la moy mune be nyili bulu be mendi lan torolla ali ngam fanyini nga do ya fo jang 30,000 votes 2021 o 30,000 votes momo ye motanati that is 300,000 votes 300,000 votes jumale bo soto la jam presidential election oto ya fo karimu pati ndingolti barndol kamuneke mbo soto la nyaadile fo mbe sila ba nganyille la yetanka na sati holto na tundol ka kaw mo nati mo 30,000 votes soto la no nyamemba ni makango fasa njigita ko ni mo kadum politiko kono e kadum dalilol le kan do be je ayajele doro mol dunda afanan dunda o tawa wurri ken songolti do be je ayajigile ko nin dunda nyim pati o don ka fenne so dunda namam fen so da katale bari iten dunda Pdois kono ko ndunta ngaje ko policy membe Pdois bul programme membe nyim pol Pdois bul wole sente nafa ay sama nafa o do ite ka sabati pa ni sabati te janta munekela wole mo programme o policy mbe onati no la nyaadi le ndi o soto no fo ngam bangumara banko dun te marla fo carte ke so yesoto carte ke so dun soto na fo ye molle ni soto di woto alinga song na fa patio e ningo alinga song na fa patio e nga do ke patio na fulo dun di patio kono alinga na fulo dun di patio kono wala kuti me alon ka fa akumayata mbe kiti okte la dulame amanke melbe central committee han tol melbe regional executive o hannin sate kono moye kusora kala fa duno la regional executive le kan pour wol ya finance hannin sate kono mo talul lebe je patioto alal fans en charge ba momo keme fula altel be lafla muneke la patiola kuoto wo sa kono alte men keno la regional kono wo nyaba diaspora nyala bari alinga songa contribution o ke ngado bondi ngake pa mo ngamo ke so ngako do diala pour ngala fore asang criminal do ko le mol kamenke bari ngakar kodo kafu nyoma ngana pati ola hajol tamandi kamol soto nyanda wakilla le ngoke nimma woke mbe sanji kemeke la diamo la jang ndeta dulato ni metamita woli take la banda ndol mel tuta do ko be mbolle andu kukili minna kumo la bana dulame nganya fa baje patioto kar ni nyin kafo jube ibe alfa menjela jang aman siade fondin ko lebe jang afemba andu ninga ko takkim fewon fe na komba cikalale mba cikalale alinga kata nga patio cika wole mun namo
lafta boro sota nga jos assalamu alaikum taala barakatuh badi misri molu kam fola mu mebe ngal be konto atonal kondona bari nta fato laf mo don dala wala bari yu ara aran ko la mun dati mata basse wulli sur ko ba ngamo be konto konta ta bake ko min kalo kabo kamen foja nyaay menje wayon konta ni bakele najiri go to mo ninga jawwalin ala nganne le be jang o nganne kile nya salin ngotama ni election sida yele berke sonni inata nganne men naja kadu nganne le ko bi yo ko wol jembe nyinin karo kila ku dantanina men keta nyinti ko ni funtida iko bebe batabe Gambia mol safu ko bata mantar Gambia bar nim bata mantar Gambia mun ya ken Gambia ding bebe fa kam ba ko la ite ya batabe Europe ite kana bele bata ko de ke bata do bata ko ne kata fasilo ko be keno nyaari wo mun ya ner ko molti nin nada bodo ni ko Gambia mantar bata ko la nta man so ko la katu ku saba wala ka banko da hanni nta ma wosoto folo hala badi sulata jata kende yalla folo ndella jata kende adulal ma silas imantar naisir fembo kaso men nyanta jata kende akelo buka soto yi bro ni bota wodo yiruwa kana banko kanya ma wala museno bundati ndede meka fu don nyal ko akil ko fe ka fo nyal bari nya fa bukeji ndu musanel al male be fanno fanan ka moyle do akil ko bari male be damen adum fanan sura tel ka tun ka seno rek ngaga no do kulen ka fa do kun ka kena do nyabu ke yiko na banko ko sebe na banko ko akil ko tidla lo la ka abata da men ta molonde ka du konko le be na banko ka akil ko kenno be banko men ka konko to banko ndel ma woso nimba da wodo tel musol men alon ke men fo kan delle ka jidi bi muso men sadi na karamu do wasiat bari dinini ni tata karamu do ni na ni yenyinka na man ke fe ani burgo so ti bu ka femfe ila bukoto har kil mo kilinta je men fensa in kanno dol fa be jen ko nin tenge nyinka ni ka fa e bentele ti jawo be sirin abdo kun ta be sino nen tata ngakuma fo nyanta kala nya da be ke kam men nyanta kala wala manke fo ma nyawo bayda na banko ga annu ga lonki jole nga informal sa sini ni na dingi na tabi ni kay ko sini ni sama ta kare ana kurtole bal kuna bari musol ko sabato sana kadi dinni wata ni ta de fanan ka ba ma ya bla men ya na fama nana ta na anyin ka nyanta fen sa tar wotan fo ka ta fe ten kon tella ti cho bi wo be sinor ne ay bunda ta untel ma atata fo nyande keral ni ba do ni ata le bitano te fota wulu mu do bin ni nan ta wulu mu do tata na mo ko to ngam bulo lan kun kumbo ngam so be tar la musu saba din saba laran killing e katal lar non o prier to ba men nga fan sota fanyem ba wol be katal laran killing ito ko mongol wole ta sigindi tabe damen hey me ilafta men ni ngari ilafta men ne nyanta kila nyen dunia mo hari wulu ni ade mo ke ka kula bar fo mo ka to mo de mal dam mal woto ndaba kuma nye ye men fo jam gambia musol anin fonnin kelu anin anyo jube al musol wulu ba ta wartan yenne de yeddi wulu ya wulu na faala kan ni na faata je billahi wallahi ta wulu bar kabiri ta man futu bata killing i futu ta bata killing yeddi soto bata killing sanji tan ni ay ko dingina bata har sabe la nek ngal kon nga bala diamo man sonia ba ke ala barka nin tamen fen ko la
Assalamu alaikum. Mi salmina jama o fo. Mi lando sitana ala e modon. Min ko dengal halpular mi halta do. E ko mi woni jibe ke sare nga wulli. E ko fi rabe e sukabe worbe, e sukabe rewbe. Sukabe rewbe e sukabe worbe no heewi do de. Kono sa nani mi fakkiti bakuye ko suka gorko. Wedde go carte ko sukabe. Sabu wadi mabbe wobbe be ala ID card. Sa ala ID card ta hebata carte. Menen ka amen ko won ton problème ko so yehi ha watti woni wattu ƴettugo kadi pour wotirde be jaba jonnude si tawi tan be andi an a weddanto doy be jabatama jonnude kaydi pour ya weddoyda be jabata benna o ko opposition min jonnatamo kaydi hay si mi yehi mi darke mi wi walle lan o heba kaydi pour o yaha andi sa hebi kaydi yaha wota suka debbo so hebi durbi sappo e jeego mo foti hebude kaydi pour o yaha o wotoya seme yehi ka wote si mi yehi mi darike ben yaha be jaha be jetta kalisi mabbe be yabe soda kartal ngal kartal sa yehi ngal a yehi ndi muyama because a fota yehi de carte ma si yehi ha wote foti be natata ka tudi jemma be jetta sakuji mara be jonna yimbe be naba haka dama surma be jonna ma saku maro be jonna ma bidon nebba be jonna ma kalisi kono fo si yehi hawatu foti pour ƴettugo kaydi ko wotroya yoɓe wakkilo ɓe immina yimɓe yaɓe na pour sukaɓe ɓe heɓa kaydi wote mawɗo debbo ko yiɗi wotude wosi ɗuma yawti a wotata sa wallaka sa yehi pour ɓiɗɗo e pour suka he kaydi wote ɓe jaɓata e miɗo jogui ngal gollal ɓay menen koye boodamen woni si ɓe ande tigi o no foti ƴettude kaydi wote sabu suka on haray o jangi école ha o jippike o foti heɓude kaydi wote siko college siko jande ni tan o jangay ha o jippo ɓe jaɓatamo jonde kaydi pour o yaha o wota haray ɓe andi an a ala e on parti miɗo jogui min kadi on probléme ka leydi amen wassalam
jarama no weti well. Not long, please.
Hello. Assalamu alaikum. Oh, great. So, I am Christiana Jata, and many will be surprised, but I pray as you look into my eyes, as the speaker was saying things, kabrin na kebabe diamuka. Ni aje ko mol ka funtina nga diamu, amanke ko mol lafta ka kon sonko wulindi jang o ka diambana bari nyinketale ko mu yalon ko mol bu ka nyoje fo sango e bang nal nata nal ya kumol fo jang e kan kandindile ndu nim fanan nata nka duwale aliye mol so mu ye mol jakali nga lalka so ni wato la kolem al se hakilotu aliye mol balal fanan nganda jonol junjunjang isaje nalbita yako aliyasamba. Alabaraka. So please, even if I am fainting in this ground, after you can collect me, admit me in a hospital. The sacrifice that you talked about, this is why I'm here. I'm not concerned about my health, it's about the nation. Let justice guide our action towards the common good. Thank you. So hence you have declared, Mol Mantarajang because of Halifa alone, because of Jata or others, I'm here for myself. So saying Gambia, alinga nyayele, wato sitale. Mumbe kerinjang, nika for muye from the frying pan to the fire, mtelialon, tantang kosoni njunga nyabu kata. Alialon kwadi. So B, lafta mu fola jang wolem, bakuwe den kilo lata janne, munati na funding kelbe funtilaja. Munati na Gambia funding kelbe ta bakuwe. Munati na mola fta bakono, wale jarata tara jang tangodom. Al nga tonya fonyoy. Place olbe mutarinde. Nte kam fanne ta ngam fan testify nga fale nte bori la ngata bakuwe de bari sai. Ngalo ne hani moko nyingata bakuwe. Nga fa mbatu nga nene ba. Munati na. Kabrin 2014 graduate university to malutaka fale ko I'm a graduate from the University of the Gambia. Sanji jelo mandung bokudula. Why? Because ni kamo jata ibuka balu Gambia. Ni mutonya folati ite balu la Gambia. Thank you. Saye mumfonye alkolo do tiwolle be sirinjam. Munati na londo ben kunkono. Anafa bijele ba. Thank you. So mbadi la jumale la. Ni kebal sente kumandi ka fonye ko kunja batinda ibe fala. Kunjale batinda ite place o sotola. Saye ndafale. Munati na karana. Munati na mbedunda university to. Mbatu ngake idol rastamano ti ngadung rastamano ko. Thank you. So B nyanta mum folali. Ntel muni ya lonko kabrimbe university kono. For B sasa muye mutani nga fali munati nanka boy ngalo munati. Ni moli business or law. Being a business or kutola manpower. But B ye mufonye karandula ani mumbe ke kambankola theoristo is not the same. So what we are taught in practice in a university and what we see out is different. We were told all university students, they want to be in the offices and not vying for entrepreneurial work. So entrepreneurship was what I was provoked to start my own business. And at the end of the day, I was fought by the same university not to establish my first restaurant at the entrance. So now what are you telling me? If I'm frustrated to go through the back way, who have sent me? Did I go because I'm a prostitute? Or am I greedy? So these provocations are real. And it is not a magical, these are not miracles. I'm speaking from my own challenges. And I am speaking and testify to the leaders to know that this sickness is in me too. It's just that I'm taking the patience. But if not, back way couldn't have been the chance for me to follow as a woman. So please, Mr. Salah, we are still vying. Why we are coming here is because we have seen you to be a man of wisdom. This is why we are pursuing you. People who think. So can you help the youths of the nation to be a partaker in Pdois in order for us to flow? It's not a time to fear. If we can conquer through a coalition, we should know that the power is there. And many are asking the question, how are we going to use that mechanism again? So we are a great party that you know, if we stand with wisdom, the nation is ours. If you see people succeeding up there, it was through the coalition. That is why the taste came and they entered the State House. So if you are not there, don't think that you have lost. No, victory belongs to you. Your title outside is greater than the man who is. So please, I may not want to deliver a speech, but seriously, what I have in me is Christiana Jata. This nation, nothing is flowing. Hai hunde wonane ya de Gambia. Enen he tal tale, enen nyamgol bota, mburu e bota bolo. Though this compound, this Gambia, foreigners have taken the country, the business, the manipulation that is going in the Gambia, we are all aware. Ni mburo kafuta, mbe samato kafulale. Ni tefana ye samato kafu, mbe manyola biro dundilale. Teachers fana mbe ta dundilale. Sa nyi jakas bakas be Gambia le, wala tina mumebe batari. So al salonko, ni mol mawuli. kafo tala nya ku jamal ben kono le bari mbatu ngal bula jandron kantu ngalo ne alte sonna nga fen jamal fo ala
Allo. Al sabali. Ali nga ñoo la moy sayin so kuutala ko al maftala bang. Fal ma laftala bang. Yes, hey. Moba. I'll see. Yalong kumo na fota akakuja male wulu. Wala tana limobe diamula ka lammoy hakkilo la abetiyata baki. Non te bakala kumo moy. Imayin kacha men kata ale kacha men kajan katal be katal man kacha le basal kachaka. Bari famanyinin ka bal fangal bulu jang mo keme sabale be jang iru mo ko sai nafal yen la moy betek halifa la ka ko no ay kuma foje bara alma moy wala fang matel la kole ya bundati ko jang mo keme sabale be jang atel ko hanal ni men be ñole ka fukal mi al kamen fol mu toñati atel yaf atel ni men be ñola wol ko atel kamen fol mu toñati baratel fangal be ko toña al baka janjandi no wol kana o toña tal bulu ya ke tati ya janjandi ayetel nafa say mo keme sabala bi jang halifa la kacha kuna ko momo yakata yediamu modie hanna be kala mo kilinti wolu jang e mo keme saw diam to mo keme sabay o mo keme sabalati ça fait keme sabalati keme sabakan keme woro o so mo fana keme sabay la keme sabakan keme woro birinyim pati o lo to fokana bula bi la sanji jodi be sanji tanano lo ko no sai dafle jamoy baki bari nata toñala foño yang man na kana ño kajafi barka ko kuma foño e même toñati même ba kenda ko nin nyanta falina fali bari nin toñala mu lafta gambia fali ka calali ya foje ko gambia la falu ba tel fangal ne bulu bari da ken songo baka falindiro nati kumo men ka fo nin atala katita wala mu jorati men yaron ko wala ka falindiro nati bari natali isi pakalo fay ay pempel nin so ya sitiala yesila bon ko le be diamule fanya fo kumo be la fasotola wala nin tonya mo kemi sabo men be bijang wal be mu ngani ya kilinete wal be mu hamme kilinete adi fangal sonto ko e joran sulo men be falindiro nati bal wo joranga telle fanga ba kala fenti doliye mon fanale so yota ko te ke tati hanil wolu momo be je kamo kili kadi am mo kilinne wo mo kilo ni na di am ta sonte ma ite mo kilin so mo kilin so dal wolu mo keme sabala moti bari jora bentel bulu mo be sonta ko jora membe banko falinna bari ma mo to meli bo jora nga tamani la mo yake tati fo falindi osina atelemu woto ɗum alni wo miro e bojam bi sili ali ngani miro kenga miroti ngaje mun nyante kala ko fali kaatu dia mo donte ko na fonga son nyoma ko mbemme la menna lefta mo ko tefana e lala barak keloti atikala nenroti atikala doyandiroti momo lefta falindiro kala ni ka kamfa itebe tinyarol la kat ni ka don hakilo ka sukile hana e mello ngaba kalon koteki woto nimmela dunia tadala foye sabari killing foye londo soto fula saba foye ngani soto na foye wakili batala lulu nyol soto long banko be de dal la le ñoo muto kan wallahi kar woro sanji tannani même manke kar wora sike so sai ndiamo dal ngamira ale kacca men kany ndiamo tal make kaccato a kaccato be kala bantale bal sayimbe ta kacca ko dina to kote bayri watu ku kacca amda la jamal be mbulu nyanta men kala bi fan nta be pannola bari mbena kiline fola sila ni ngoke don no mali diamo tal don sinin sa to laba say beta biro la ripoto mbeta wol ko le kacala Alpha, are you ready to make a presentation on your bureau? Summary, come. Political bureau mbe wala kachala mwele sai. You can use this. I can use that. Assalamu alaikum. This is my first Congress with Pdois, and the colleagues who were working with us to produce the document that should institutionalize and operationalize the political bureau have asked me to come and present, and I am very happy to do that. Well, Halifa did talk about the phase that the party is now, that we're consolidating and rebuilding and building structures. So the political bureau is one of the most important bureaus because it is mandated with a heavy burden. It is mandated according to the Constitution to really be the centerpiece of developing and disseminating information. Information about policies, about what the party is, information about how the party intends to govern this country when it one day comes to power. So we started by looking at the structure. Just in summary, Halifa did say that. At the apex is the General Assembly. Below the General Assembly is the Congress. That is where we are today. That is the reason we are here today. And these two are the supreme organs of the party. And this is where decisions are made. Below that is the political bureau along with the other bureaus, and we execute. So we started by asking ourselves, given what the Constitution has defined for us, that we should map our plans for the development of the party machinery, conduct research, and produce party literature, maintain a library, etc., etc. Now, how do we really turn this into actionable programs? But the first step is to ask ourselves, what is the mission? If you look at the party of Pdois, the motto is a very strong motto, and it says liberty, dignity, and prosperity.
So our mission is really to transmit the information that will make people believe and be aware and feel empowered that they can act to ensure that this country, each and every individual, has liberty, dignity, and prosperity without anyone being left behind. So that's where we started. Now, if we want to action, we have to work in units. So we ask ourselves, now how do we translate this wonderful motto into units that will give it legs to work? And you need that because, as the Secretary General said before, you need to have the legs, you need to have a mechanism that will enable everybody at the party, at any level, from the top right down to the ward, to the families, to the individuals, to understand and be able to articulate the message of the party, the messenger and the message. And the message must be clear because everybody I talk to, and I've been asking a couple of people before this event today, what do you think about PDIS? How do you see PDIS? And the answer is unequivocally the same. They will all tell you, oh, PDIS, they are all very honest. They are the party of knowledge. They are the party that has done wonderful things for the country, you know, from Jawara days to Jammeh days, and indeed to 2016. And then you ask the question, then why are you not voting for the party? And people give different reasons. One of the most common reasons is, well, because we're not sure the party is going to win. So because we're not sure, we're going to vote for X or Y. So in other words, voting against other parties rather than voting for the party that you agree is the one that is honest, that is consistent, and that has policies that make sense. So how do we do this? So we decide that we need to have 4 different units. And these 4 units, each and every one of them has a function, has a role to play. The first one is the one that looks at research, policy and analysis and documentation unit. Because in this day and age, it is clear to everyone that a country is run by knowledge. It is knowledge that will help the Gambia, this country, to transform the resources, the human resources, the natural resources that we have, to give us that liberty, dignity, and prosperity. So this unit is charged with the responsibility of documenting data, information, turning that into knowledge. So if you talk about the number of children going to school, primary school, when you go to secondary, tertiary, and you see the numbers are diminishing. And why is that? So you need to take that information, analyze it, and be able to explain why this is happening. Why is it that the prices of goods are increasing? The dollar is devaluating, etc., etc. So you need to understand how data information is turned into knowledge. In other words, so that you can explain to people, so that you can explain to every individual in a very clear manner how the conditions that people are living in is what it is and what needs to be done to change it. And it's important that in managing knowledge, we have a documentary unit that will document, different items, the history of the party, that will document different policies, and the policies are also produced by the unit. The next unit is Civic and Political Education Unit. Obviously, the need for education can never be overemphasized. An educated people is an empowered people. And therefore, to come back to the idea of being able to transmit the messages right down to the individual levels, to the ward level, you need to devise programs. You need to identify what are the gaps, what are the political, civic education gaps that are there that people need to understand. How is government run? The relationship between the different organs of government, how citizens can engage as individual political parties, civil society organizations. So that information that will help the individuals to know themselves and to be able to act in a way that is dignified, to embody dignity. That information is what this political bureau unit does. It trains at different levels, so we will have within the party, because it is important that every single member of PDOIS understands the message, key messages, the policies, what this party is about, the values that this party embody, so that you will not have two different members of PDOIS talking about the same issue. Yes, you can have different views, but you will have a common understanding. The differences are necessary. They help us to grow, to get better. But you have the same understanding, and when you deliver the messages to your family, to your neighbors, in public, it will be a very consistent and coherent message. So, what we need to get to grips with is to be able to get people to change their mindset from, yes, they are good people, they are honest, they are knowledgeable, but they wouldn't, they wouldn't win. And of course, the best way to do that is to deliver the message very convincingly, so that you have more people coming to the party, more young people, more knowledgeable people, women, men, all coming to join the party. So that message about the transformative agenda for change is one of the key objectives of this unit. The third unit is the public relations unit. And the public relations unit is important because as a party, we communicate with the public. We get feedback from the public. And it is this unit that is charged with the responsibility of communicating to the general public in different media platforms, developing talking points, making sure that the messages of the party are well understood, and branding the party, monitoring information about the party, and getting feedback, and stepping in where it is necessary to correct misconceptions. Now, in this day and age, social media is very important. So there is a sub-unit of the unit that deals with social media, disseminating information about the party, organizing events, symposia. We've had a few successful ones with ITV. You know, it is time to